So Governor Andrew Cuomo's actions during COVID now under FBI investigation. He also reportedly threatened to, quote, destroy Democratic New York Assemblyman Ron Kim if Kim didn't help cover up the nursing home scandal. That is according to the New York lawmaker, who says that the governor yelled and berated and threatened him during a 10-minute phone call to his home at 8 o'clock in the evening. The governor's office denies this. Assemblyman Ron Kim joining the program once again. Mr. Kim, good to have you back again. We're going to be with you in just one moment, but first we want to bring in Brian Yanis with an update on all of this live from New York for us. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Martha. Well, look, New York State Democratic leaders in the Assembly are reportedly getting ready to move to strip the emergency pandemic powers away from Governor Andrew Cuomo. And it's an effort that's been led by Democratic Assemblyman Ron Kim, who accuses Governor Cuomo of abusing his power of obstruction of justice for purposely withholding nursing home death toll data for months from state lawmakers and the public because of fear of political consequences. Now, Kim was in the private meeting where Cuomo's top aide, Melissa DeRosa, admitted this, and he believes withholding the data kept the state from understanding the full extent of the crisis, and it costs lives. The FBI and U.S. Attorney in Brooklyn are now reportedly investigating. Well, yesterday, Governor Cuomo dismissed Kim and then attacked his integrity.
My office, more than me, has had a long and hostile relationship with Assemblyman Ron Kim. He has a meeting last week with other legislators and members of my staff. On the tape of the meeting, he says positive things. There's then a story that moves in the New York Post where he says the exact opposite.
Blindsided, Kim then revealed that Cuomo called him last week in a loud, angry voice and threatened to destroy his career if he didn't back down on his claims of a cover-up. Today, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio blasted Cuomo and defended Kim.
Yeah, it's a sad thing to say, Mika, but that's classic Andrew Cuomo. A lot of people in New York State have received those phone calls. The bullying is nothing new. I believe Ron Kim, and it's very, very sad.
Cuomo's office says Kim is lying, and the governor denies any cover-up. Martha.
Brian Yanis, thank you very much, Brian. Here now in a Fox exclusive, Democrat New York Assemblyman Ron Kim, whose uncle, a veteran, died in a nursing home after battling COVID-19. Mr. Kim, thank you for coming back to the program. We appreciate it. Can you explain to us, you said you were at home around 8 o'clock about to give your kids a bath, and you and your wife, and the phone rings, and the governor's on the other line. What does he say to you?
Well, the first words that came out of his mouth was asking me if I were an honorable man. And he continued to yell and let me know that I haven't seen his wrath and his anger. I'm sorry, my daughter. Thanks, Hayes. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
That he will, the next day that he can go out tomorrow and start telling the world about how bad of a person I am and pretty much ruin and finish my career and my livelihood. And he also said, he's been biting his tongue for months about me.
Why would that be? Even before all this happened? Why would that be?
I don't know. I mean, I think it was all just part of a ploy in retrospect, and in order to pressure me and scare me into issuing a statement that night. He specifically said, "Don't do this tonight, not tomorrow," which is to lie about what I heard in the meeting. Saying, he actually asked me and belittled me and said, "Are you a lawyer?" And I said, "I'm not." Then you obviously, sweetie, I'm sorry, sweetie. Hazel, please, baby, sorry. Thanks, babe. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's the Zoom world that we all live in now. It's quite all right. So, he says he didn't threaten you. His staff said Mr. Kim is lying about his conversation with Governor Cuomo Thursday night. I know because I was one of the 3 people in the room when the phone call occurred. At no time did anyone threaten to destroy anyone with their wrath, nor engage in any cover-up. What do you say to them?
Yeah, I mean, his team, every day, they defend different versions of the facts and truths. But as the chair of the Asian Committee and lawmakers like me, we are constantly pursuing the singular truth behind what happened in our nursing homes. And the truth is, the governor allowed his top donors to dictate policies, writing business-friendly policies like legal immunity for nursing homes that we talked about, and he orders the state government to cover up life and death information and took away our ability, the lawmakers, our ability to legislate and change the outcome of this pandemic.
So you're saying that he was, and I just want to go back, I know we spoke about this last time, but you say there was a financial interest that was part of this. Can you explain that to everybody, what his motivation was?
There was a legal immunity provision that the governor put into our budget that most people did not even know about. I voted against it, many of us did. It only passed by one vote last year in that budget. It's giving legal immunity, a get-out-of-jail-free card for some of the worst nursing home executives in the state of New York. And records show that he received close to $1.25 million for the last several months leading up to the pandemic from the same industry who bragged about writing the bill. They sent out a press release on April 3rd that we got it done. This is the immunity that they deserve. This is the gold standard for the entire country.
So you're saying that he, essentially they moved these patients from the hospitals into the nursing homes, and then they gave the nursing homes cover for whatever might happen there. So these families would not be able to sue to say that their loved ones had been mistreated. They had to be hands off according to this legislation, correct?
Correct. And if we had the real data, Martha, imagine if we had the real information, we would have been able to repeal that toxic immunity right away. That is the point, and that is the real reason we believe that there was a cover-up of the information, because they were listening to the business interests behind nursing homes. So 65% of nursing homes are for-profits in the state of New York. So they are driven by quarterly profits, not saving people's lives. But when you give them that kind of legal immunity, they're not spending the money. They're not doing everything possible to hire staff and buy PPE, and he gave them that card. And if I had the data, my colleagues and I would have fought to repeal that provision.
Do you think he hangs on to the governorship?
I don't want to. I know this whole thing has turned to about the governor and my, experience with them. But as a lawmaker, I'm still focused on policies. Even today, if they call me and say, I want to work on these policies, and undo all the mistakes that they've made, I will be there in an hour to work with them. And that's my job. Others can go, investigate and do all the things necessary to hold them accountable. But right now, I still want to get it right, because there's still people waiting in the nursing homes that they need protection from.
And Bill de Blasio, the mayor, backed up your account, just, not familiar with your specific account, but saying that it didn't surprise him at all that he's heard a lot of that kind of bullying from the governor. So I hope you'll come back and keep us posted. And I also want to talk to some of these heads of these nursing homes and learn more about their policy and the immunity and how that impacted their decision-making process in the course of all of this. Assemblyman Kim, thank you so much. Good to have you here.
Great.
Say hi to Hazel.
Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.